Do you remember Little House on the Prairie? The heartwarming show that took us back to the pioneer days, where family, love, and simple life meant everything. It's been over 50 years since it first aired. So where are the stars now? Let's take a journey back to Walnut Grove and see how the cast has changed over time. Melissa Gilbert stole our hearts as Laura Ingalls, the adventurous and kind-hearted daughter of Charles and Caroline. Born in 1964, she was just 10 years old when Little House on the Prairie began. After the show ended, she continued acting in TV movies and even became the president of the Screen Actors Guild. Today, at 61 years old, she is still active in entertainment, writing books, and enjoying a quieter life in the countryside. She often shares memories of Little House and remains a beloved figure among fans. Michael Landon was the heart of Little House on the Prairie, playing the strong and loving father, Charles Ingalls. Born in 1936, he was already a TV star before the show, known for Bonanza. After Little House, he created and starred in Highway to Heaven, another hit series. Sadly, in 1991, Landon was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and passed away at just 54 years old. He left behind a legacy of warmth and inspiration, and his work continues to be loved by fans around the world. Karen Grassle brought warmth and wisdom to Little House on the Prairie as Caroline Ingalls, the loving mother of the Ingalls family. Born in 1942, she was 32 when the show began. After Little House, she continued acting in theater and TV, though she largely stepped away from Hollywood's spotlight. Today, at 83 years old, she enjoys a quieter life and occasionally appears in interviews, sharing memories of her time on the show. She also wrote a memoir, giving fans a deeper look into her journey as Ma Ingalls and beyond. Rachel Lindsay Greenbush, along with her twin sister Sidney, played little Carrie Ingalls, the youngest daughter of the Ingalls family. Born in 1970, the twins were just 4 years old when they joined Little House on the Prairie. After the show, Rachel stepped away from acting and pursued a more private life. Now, at 55 years old, she lives a quiet life away from Hollywood, working in horse training and occasionally connecting with Little House fans at reunions and events. Though she left acting, she remains a cherished part of TV history. Sidney Greenbush, along with her twin sister Rachel, shared the role of Carrie Ingalls, the sweet and quiet youngest daughter of the Ingalls family. Born in 1970, she was only 4 years old when she started on Little House on the Prairie. After the show, Sidney stepped away from Hollywood and pursued a life focused on her passion for horses. Now, at 55 years old, she lives a private life, working in equine training and real estate. Though she left acting behind, Little House fans still remember her as the adorable Carrie Ingalls. Melissa Sue Anderson played Mary Ingalls, the eldest daughter of the Ingalls family, known for her intelligence and strength, especially after her character's heartbreaking blindness. Born in 1962, she was 12 years old when Little House on the Prairie began. After the show, she continued acting in films and TV, but eventually stepped away from Hollywood. Now, at 63 years old, she lives a quiet life in Canada with her family. Though she rarely appears in the spotlight, she occasionally reflects on her time as Mary Ingalls, a role that made her a household name. Katherine MacGregor played Harriet Olsen, the snobby but entertaining owner of the Mercantile, and one of the show's most memorable characters. Born in 1925, she was 49 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. Before the show, she had a long career in theater and television. After Little House ended, she stepped away from Hollywood and focused on spiritual studies and community theater. She lived a peaceful life in retirement until she passed away in 2018 at the age of 93. Though she is gone, her portrayal of Harriet Olsen remains one of the most iconic parts of the series. Richard Bull played Nels Olsen, the kind and patient husband of Harriet Olsen, often balancing out his wife's dramatic personality. Born in 1924, he was 50 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. Before the show, he had a successful career in television, appearing in series like Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. After Little House, he continued acting in various TV roles. Sadly, he passed away in 2014 at the age of 89 due to pneumonia. His role as Nels Olsen remains a fan favorite, remembered for his warmth and humor. Jonathan Gilbert played Willie Olsen, the mischievous but lovable son of Harriet and Nels Olsen. Born in 1967, he was just 7 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. After the show ended, he stepped away from acting and pursued a completely different path. He later became a stockbroker and has lived a very private life ever since. Now at 58 years old, he stays out of the public eye and rarely speaks about his time on Little House, but fans still remember him as the playful and funny Willie Olsen. Kevin Hagen played Dr. Hiram Baker, the caring and trusted physician of Walnut Grove. Born in 1928, he was 46 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. Before the show, he appeared in many TV westerns, including Gunsmoke and Bonanza. After Little House, he continued acting in TV and theater. In his later years, he toured with a one-man show about his life. Sadly, he passed away in 2005 at the age of 77 due to esophageal cancer. His portrayal of Dr. Baker remains a beloved part of Little House history. Alison Arngrim became one of TV's most unforgettable villains as Nellie Olsen, the spoiled and sassy daughter of Harriet and Nels. Born in 1962, she was just 12 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. After the show, she continued acting, did stand-up comedy, and became an advocate for various causes. She also wrote a memoir, Confessions of a Prairie Bitch, sharing behind-the-scenes stories from the show. Now, at 63 years old, she still embraces her Little House fame, attending fan events and entertaining audiences with her humor and memories. Matthew Labyorteaux played Albert Quinn Ingalls, the adopted son of Charles and Caroline, known for his emotional storylines. Born in 1966, he was 12 years old when he joined Little House on the Prairie in 1978. After the show, he continued acting in TV and movies, later finding success as a voice actor for animated series and video games. Now at 59 years old, he keeps a low profile but remains connected to Little House fans. His role as Albert, filled with heartwarming and heartbreaking moments, remains one of the most memorable in the series. Dabbs Greer played Reverend Robert Alden, the kind-hearted minister of Walnut Grove who guided the community through tough times. Born in 1917, he was 57 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. With a career spanning over 50 years, he appeared in countless TV shows and films, including The Green Mile. After Little House, he continued acting until his later years. He passed away in 2007 at the age of 90 due to kidney and heart failure. His role as Reverend Alden remains a comforting and inspirational presence in the series. Dean Butler played Almanzo Wilder, the charming and hardworking husband of Laura Ingalls. Born in 1956, he was 22 years old when he joined Little House on the Prairie in 1979. After the show, he continued acting in TV and theater, appearing in series like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He later became a producer and filmmaker, creating documentaries about Little House and Laura Ingalls Wilder's real-life history. Now, at 69 years old, he remains involved in entertainment and frequently attends Little House fan events, keeping the legacy of the show alive. Victor French played Isaiah Edwards, the rough but lovable frontiersman and close friend of the Ingalls family. Born in 1934, he was 40 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. Before the show, he was known for his roles in westerns like Bonanza and Gunsmoke. After Little House, he reunited with Michael Landon in Highway to Heaven. Sadly, he passed away in 1989 at the age of 54 due to lung cancer. His portrayal of Mr. Edwards, with his humor and heart, remains one of the most beloved characters in the series. Merlin Olsen played Jonathan Garvey, the strong and dependable farmer who was a loyal friend to Charles Ingalls. Born in 1940, he was 34 years old when he joined Little House on the Prairie in 1977. Before acting, he was a legendary NFL player for the Los Angeles Rams and later became a sports broadcaster. After Little House, he continued acting in TV series like Father Murphy. Sadly, he passed away in 2010 at the age of 69 due to cancer. His legacy lives on both in football and as a fan-favorite character from Little House. Charlotte Stewart played Miss Eva Beadle, the kind and patient schoolteacher of Walnut Grove. Born in 1941, she was 33 years old when Little House on the Prairie began in 1974. Before and after the show, she had a successful acting career, appearing in Twin Peaks and several films. She also overcame personal struggles and later wrote a memoir about her life in Hollywood. Now, at 84 years old, she enjoys connecting with fans at Little House events and sharing memories of her time as Walnut Grove's beloved teacher. Patrick Labyorteaux played Andy Garvey, the son of Jonathan and Alice Garvey, known for his friendship with the Ingalls children. Born in 1965, he was 12 years old when he joined Little House on the Prairie in 1977. After the show, he continued acting and found success with a long-running role in JAG and NCIS. He also became a writer and producer. Now, at 60 years old, he remains active in the entertainment industry and occasionally connects with Little House fans, remembering his time as Andy Garvey with fondness. Thanks for watching. See you next time.